Hey everyone, I'm back again with a new episode today. It is July, and you know what that means? It's Big Brother season. I'm so excited. So, for those of you who don't know, I am one of the biggest fans of Big Brother. I've watched since season one, back when I was in, I'm aging myself here, the seventh grade. Might have been the year 2000, 2001, whatever the case may be. I've always been in love with this show. I think it's the social component in combination with the athleticism, with the strategy, with the socioeconomic issues, the racism, the prejudice, the gender wars, everything. It's just like an experiment of society, and you get to see what it takes or what people will do in order to win some money over the summer. And it's almost like prison. These people don't have access to phones, they don't have access to the outside world. There was even an online season where they told the cast who won the presidency, and it was a shock to many. So I say that to say Big Brother 28 is dropping tonight. We have 14 brand new house guests entering the Big Brother house in LA. But before they move in tonight, they released a cast a couple of days ago. So I want to go through each cast member or house guest, dissect them, talk about them, and just pretty much try to see what they're going to give in the house. But before we begin, like I said, I'm going to give you a little background on just the game of Big Brother. If you are a Gen Zer or millennial, you probably watch Love Island, which I have dived into the show as well this summer. And it's essentially similar to that format, but take the dating aspect out of it in its foundation, right? There are some hookups on Big Brother. Some people have gotten married since, but that's not the main reason for the show. Like I said, it's 16 people or more coming together competing for $750,000. And the show started off on CBS. Originally, the first season was similar to the European seasons where the house guests did not vote each other out the game. America did. And it went week after week until there was a final four and America selected the winner. That's how it went down. But the ratings weren't that high. And also CBS believed in the show itself and brought it back for season two, and it completely revamped its format. Whereas now every week there's a power system. You have the head of household, which everyone competes for. Once you win head of household, you have to nominate two people for eviction, and that means that you are susceptible of going home. For season two, it was just the nominees, and then the House voted at the end of the week during a live vote. Once the votes were tallied, that person went home. Then we go on to the next head of household competition. But the rule is if you won head of household the previous week, you can't compete into it the next week. This goes on every single round up until the final two. And that's when everyone comes back and selects the winner. So you have to understand how to eliminate people, but then make sure you don't do it in such a malicious way where they won't give you the money at the end. And every cast is different. So there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of controversy. Some people who played a great game ended up not winning the money because they actually hurt a lot of people's feelings. So it's a mind fuck, needless to say. After season two, they incorporated a power veto competition. So after the head of household makes their nominations, the head of household, the two nominees, and three other house guests get to compete in the power veto competition. And the winner of that has the power to remove one of the nominees, including yourself if you are nominated, or keep nominations the same. That gives people an extra opportunity to save themselves or just disrupt the game or keep the head of household's wishes with the nominees. That format went until I want to say maybe season 16, where they started incorporating elements like um, battle bags and blockbusters and other competitions to kind of like stray away from the original format. But in the midst of that, there was casting twists. There's one season where there's a brother and a sister who have never met before that were casted. There's a set of secret twins. There's also a season where everyone had a secret pair, and if you made it to the end with your partner, you got extra money. There's a season of exes with exes. There's a season of people who are paired together based on compatibility, all these different things. And it's amazing. It's so much drama. It comes on 3 times a week. Also, outside of that, you can watch them 24 hours a day on the live feeds. So the stuff that the show does not show, or the edit that a house guest doesn't receive, they can be vindicated or villainized based on what's actually happening on the live feeds. And if you can't watch the live feeds, there's so many websites that are available that provide recaps. There's podcasts. It's a whole situation. Needless to say, get into it. I've been into the show since I was in middle school, even watched it in college, watched it well into my adulthood, and now we're here with season 28. What I also love about the show is that we had our first black winner in season 23, who was Xavier. It took 23 seasons to get a black winner. Some have come close, many have failed. We've also had our first queer winner, which was Andy during Big Brother 15. And then we had our first Asian winner, season 4, June. Then we had another Asian winner, which was Casey, season 20. And then we had our first Afro Indigenous Cuban winner, Josh, in season 19, which Josh didn't say he was Afro Cuban until Xavier won. So that's a controversy in itself. Then there's been spin-off shows. Like I said, there was an online season called Big Brother OTT, which was strictly online. Then you had Celebrity Big Brother, which had 3 or 4 seasons, I can't remember off the top of my head, plus other international seasons that followed the US format, more specifically Big Brother Canada, which is one of my favorite series internationally because the casting is so diverse. It's amazing. I love it. And the strategy is phenomenal. But like I said, I'm getting a little carried away. Let's just dive into the cast. So I have them on my tablet right now, and we have 14 people entering the Big Brother house tonight. Now, we've heard rumblings that there may be 3 additional house guests. Sometimes with Big Brother, they bring in former house guests to play again. And as of lately, they started bringing in people who've played on other shows like Survivor, things like that. So what we hear is that what we've heard, excuse me, is that Angela from season 26 is entering the game. I don't know if she's entering with the house guests or if they're already going to be in there. She's going to come through the confessional, but she's actually playing. Then we have 2 contestants from Survivor who are actually also playing the game as well. But we don't know if they're part of a twist, if they're playing for house guests, whatever the case may be. But I'm just going to review the 14 people that are entering the Big Brother house this evening. And I'm going to give my first impressions, who they remind me of, how I feel like, or how far they're going to actually go this season. And we'll just go from there. So first up, we have Ashley Trail. She's 24 years old. She's from Alton, Illinois, and she lives in Chicago. She describes herself as outgoing, bubbly, and an oversharer. Now, Ashley, she seems like a fun woman. I can't necessarily say if she's going to win. I will say that she might be an early boot, or she might make it throughout the duration of the season. Like, it could go either way based on how she's aligned. But she's definitely very attractive, very pretty, has a bubbly personality. I like her, and I like her outfit as well. She reminds me of Cassandra from Big Brother Canada 4. That's what she's giving, and we're going to stick with it. I could see her being very much a girl's girl, teaming up with the women to start, but also definitely getting into a showman. She's 24, she's attractive, she's pretty. Um, and she, from the jump, when I watched the cast video, she had the most personality. So I like Ashley. Next up, we have Barrett Pfeiffer, 27, and he's ready to be the snake at Big Brother. He's career-wise a Jumbotron engineer, and he's from Arkansas, but he now lives in Austin, Texas. He's giggly, charming, and spicy. Now, after doing some research, Barrett is a great podcaster and YouTuber of Big Brother. So, with super fans going into the game, it could be a hit or miss. On one hand, he could definitely rally the troops against certain people and get them out right away and kind of play the middle and be a strategic mastermind. Or on the flip side, we've seen super fans play too hard too fast and went home early. The sky's the limit, but he knows his stuff. So hopefully that transfers well into the game of Big Brother this season. Next up, we have Chuck. He's a 27-year-old supply chain analyst from Dallas, Texas. He's a first generation immigrant. He believes will have an insane social game. So the thing with Chuck is, it's not too common for us to see a black cowboy on television. I went to his Instagram. He doesn't seem like he's a cowboy at all. It seems like that was just his pitch to go onto the show. So I'm ready to see what he's going to give us. He's very much into fitness. He's buff. So he's either going to give us a comp threat or everyone's going to be threatened by him and put his ass up early and send him home. Next up, we have Drew. He's a 22-year-old surgical dental assistant based in California. He describes himself as outgoing, fun, and unpredictable. Now, the thing with Drew is Drew already has a history in front of the camera. He's been featured in many Jubilee videos. He's also was on Beast Games last season. So he's not shy to play a game. So I'm also excited to see how he's going to be perceived. He's also very young. That could work to his advantage. He's pretty stylish. He definitely seems like he's going to fit in with the bros, but hopefully these veterans or other players that come into the game later won't perceive him as a threat. Next up, we have Haley. She's 29. She's from Missouri, she lives in Missouri. She's born and raised in Missouri. She's outgoing, bubbly, and fun. Now, based on her video initially, I was like a little shocked because she wasn't giving me much, but body is T. She's tall as hell. She got a leg tat. She was given a lot of personality on her social media. So I'm thinking Comp Beast, maybe a little bit of an Ice Queen. We'll see what Haley's give. I don't know if she's going to be a showman. She could be. We'll see what happens. But she didn't give me a lot of energy, but she could have also been nervous. Like, who's really performed in front of a camera like this? Other than Jason from RuPaul's Drag Race. We have our first drag queen entering the game of Big Brother. Wow, it took 28 seasons. I am not an avid watcher of RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm familiar with a lot of the characters or contestants from the show. And after doing research, Jason was eliminated from All Stars recently. I think it's still on for actually being a gamer. So this could go either way. He can play too hard, too fast in the game of Big Brother, or he could fly under the radar and make it to the end. But I love strategy. I love someone who loves the game. So Jason is one of my winner picks. I'm really excited, and I'm ready to see him as Selena. Like I'm just ready to see it because we need the face, we need the outfit, we need the vibes, we need the personality. That's what it's giving. And then next up we have Kamu, who's a 32-year-old MMA fighter coach living in Phoenix, Arizona. He's watched the show since he was 16. And he's, in my opinion, the first house guest to actually take a shirtless photo. Who would have thought? I don't see him making it that far unless he's in a strong alliance. I mean, he seems like a powerhouse. I've heard some rumblings about his political views and Haley's, and this is not a political podcast right now. So, based on their views, I don't know if they're going to get along with a lot of people. Also, his religious upbringing and the things that he's liked on social media regarding homophobia and homosexuality. It's ironic they would put him on the season with a drag queen. That's all I'm going to say. So my money is not on him, but if this is a comp-based season, he might do well. But on the other end of the spectrum, we have Miss Latrice, who's 57-year-old. She's a 57-year-old. She plans to be the oldest winner in Big Brother history. She's from Jersey, representing North Jersey, and she describes herself as absolutely fantabalistic, fantastic, and overall a great social game player. And she used to be in a music group. And I'm going to let you figure out which one she is. It's a 90s black anthem. Sounds of you fill in the blank. And although when she did her video, she was giving bubbly personality, I went to her social media. Mama is stacked. Like, body is amazing. So I love a fitness queen. We love an older fitness queen. We love a mother. And that's what Latrice is giving. I think she's going to the end. Next up, we have Lyric, who is from Honolulu, Hawaii. After doing some research, she was on a recent season of American Idol. Apparently, Katy Perry tackled her. It was a whole thing. It was a little uncomfortable. And she's giving aloha spirit. She's a sweet, kind girl. She's very competitive. And her dad is a famous singer. So either I feel like she's going to annoy the shit out of people based on her voice, or she's going to get into a showmance, or she's going to be a block hustler, meaning that she's going to be nominated every single week and pretty much be a permanent pawn. I don't see Lyric winning, but I definitely see her maybe a pre-jury boot. Next up, we have Mallory, who's a 24-year-old rocket scientist living in Washington, New Jersey. Come on, Jersey! Come on! Also, Mallory is giving Decepticon because when I went to her Instagram, Mama got body. She's taking ass photos. She with her friends. But here, Mama is giving us Big Bang Theory. Like, we see the glasses, we see the shirt, we see the fashions. It's giving rocket scientists on paper, but I'm actually really high on Mallory because based on who she actually is on social media, I feel like she's going to be very well socially integrated with the people in this game. And I'm really hyped for that because we love a nerd out queen. I mean, I'm a nerd. I consider myself a closet nerd because it's not giving nerd in the face, but I know my shit. And I feel like Mallory is it. Mallory, definitely my winner pick. So next up, we have Melody Morris. She's a 24-year-old corporate game show host, and she's from Arizona. I think the MMA fighter was from Phoenix, right? So the Arizona connection. The biggest misconception about her is that people think she's a dumb, typical sorority girl, but she's actually very intelligent. Now, we've seen this casting before. We've seen the blonde bombshell situation. So she could either be a first boot or she's going to mid-jury. It just really depends on how it plays out in her favor. Next up, we have Rome, and we heard his real name is not even Rome, which is a red flag. He's the most competitive person we've ever met, which is also a red flag. He's a pickleball coach who's from Michigan but lives in Florida, and he considers himself a hero, but there are a lot of people are going to see him as a villain. Pack him up and send him home. Like, I'm not here for it. We need to get him out early. I don't see him making it that far unless he's in a strong alliance. Next up, we have Sister Taylor Brown. She's 27. She's a 27-year-old elementary school counselor from Florida. She's going to win because she's that girl. Now, Taylor, cute girl, gorgeous. I'm a little worried about Taylor only because I hate to bring this up, but we've had a season in the past where there was a mother and son from Survivor. They were both black, and they played the game as strangers, but they were actually relatives. Now, knowing that information, because of microaggressions, Taylor and Latrice had the same exact hairstyle. They're low-key the same complexion. Someone might think that they're mother and daughter. I hope not. I'm not wishing it on them. I shouldn't even put it out there in the universe. But if I was entering that game, it might be in the back of my mind. It might be in the back of my mind. I wouldn't rule it out. And because of that, I feel like Taylor might have a target on her. I'm a little nervous. Plus, after doing some research, she's also a member of Alpha Kappa Alpha Sorority Incorporated. Shout out to the AKAs. So, sis is here, brains, beauty, and brawn. And we want the best for Taylor. Okay? But I'm a little scared. Next up, we have another Jersey guy, Yash. He's 24. He's a 24-year-old financial analyst from Monroe Township. Based on his video, he didn't seem like he knew what the hell he was getting into. He seems like a recruit, but recruits often do well in Big Brother. He could learn the game really fast. Um, he wants to win the grand prize. He wants to make a showman's and find his wife. Hey, seems like a reject from Love Island. Not really sure, but he's on Big Brother. Um, Also saw his political views. I'm a little nervous. I'm giving Yash early boot. Early boot. I don't see it. Then apparently we have Rick Devens from Survivor. And I'm also a big avid watcher of Survivor. I mean, Big Brother is my favorite show, but we love Survivor too. He's competed on Edge of Extinction. He competed in Survivor 50. He's considered a fan favorite character. And I don't know if he's part of a twist or he's actually going to play, but we're going to see what happens with Mr. Rick. I wonder why they're bringing him back specifically. Like when we brought back Sari for 25, Mother Sari, she's the Mount Rushmore of Survivor women players. But Rick, people might say he's on the male side. I mean, he's not Boston Rob, but he's Rick, so we'll see. And then last but certainly not least, we have Angela from season 26. And Angela, she was giving us chaos. She was giving us energy. She's a fan of the show. She's a mother. She's in her 50s. And I don't think we've ever had a returnee that's been that old. And she's not old. Like, she's in her 50s. But we haven't had a returnee in that age demographic, excuse me. So I'm excited to see Angela play again because I just like chaos and mess. Not my personal life, which it happens. But in the game of Big Brother, I love a little mess. Like, that's what we're here for. And I'm just really excited for this season. Last season was such a hit. Rest in peace, Mickey. She passed away. She was a contestant from last season. Gorgeous woman, powerhouse. Should have been in the jury. Was right there. Didn't make it. She passed away. But we had Ashley as a winner, and the show didn't edit her as a winner. I didn't think CBS knew that she was going to win, or felt like she was going to win. But Ashley did what she had to do at the end when the final three had a household, sent the winner pick for everyone home, Morgan, um, and beat Vince in the final two because Ashley played dumb, but she was actually a lawyer. Who would have fucking thought? And that's the type of strategy I really value in the game of Big Brother. Like everyone's talking about account bees, strategic mastermind. Like let's take it back to the old school days, right? Where we were lying about our careers, we were lying about our lives. I mean, Xavier did the same thing. No one knew he was a lawyer. Like, let's just make it up. Let's be underestimated. I feel like there's a place for every single type of Big Brother player, like a snake, a floater. Shout out to Rachel. Floaters grab a life vest. Like, I feel like there's a lane for everyone to win the game of Big Brother. I wouldn't rule anybody really out. That's why if you can see when I went through my cast assessment for these house guests, I was like, they can either go really far or go out early because there's been 27 other seasons and we've seen it play out so many different ways. And I'm just really excited. I live for Big Brother. I mean, I was using Love Island to cope with my Big Brother boredom or the lack thereof Big Brother because it comes on once a year. But now we're back in it. I'm going to be watching the live feeds. I'm going to be reading about the live feeds. I'm going to be watching every episode. My goal is to do a weekly recap with you all. I can't commit to doing it every episode. That's a lot. But I could do weekly. And we'll just go from there. So hopefully you have more knowledge about the game of Big Brother if you didn't. Hopefully like my cast assessment. I think I forgot to, before we close out, I think I forgot to compare people to previous house guests. I think I started with Ashley. But so I said Ashley Cassandra from Big Brother Canada, Barrett, I'm gonna say Tyler from Big Brother 20, Chuck, I feel like he might give me Howard from Big Brother 15. We're gonna go with Howie. Drew, I'm going to go with, let's say personality wise, let's say Quinn from Big Brother 26. Haley, let's say Angela from Big Brother 20. Jason, this is gonna be standalone. I'm gonna go with Frankie Grande from Big Brother 16. And I heard that they're friends. Camu, let's go with Victor from Big Brother 18. Latrice, let's go with Tiffany from Big Brother 23. Lyric, let's go with Brittany from Big Brother 23. Mallory, this is the tricky one because it's like Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde. Wild card. Let's go with Kayla from Big Brother Canada 6. Let's go with Kayla. Melody, I mean, let's go with Raleigh from Big Brother 25. No disrespect to you, Melody. Rome, let's go with Brian from Big Brother 10. Hopefully he's out the first week. Taylor, ooh, let's go with, let's go with McCole or Mimi from Big Brother 25. Yash, walk with me. Since he's not familiar with the show, I'm going to go with, although I said he might be out early, let's go with Derek X from Big Brother 23. And then we all know Rick and we know Angela. So, yeah, let's just see what happens. I'm excited to commentate this season, and make sure you leave some comments. Make sure you share with friends. Even if you don't watch Big Brother, get into it this season. And you can catch me at the same time, same place next week. Take care.